Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's your boy Trucker King David back at you again with another one, man. I was getting a lot of questions about a few of my subscribers was asking me about if trucking is hard. The short answer to that is absolutely. But when I say hard, man, I don't mean in the sense of learning, driving the truck. Once you learn how to drive a semi truck, it gets easier. Same thing with backing. Once you back 100 times, it gets easier the more you do it. So through repetition, it all becomes second nature to you. Some people pick it up quicker than others do, but with repetition, like they say, practice makes perfect. So when when I say trucking is hard, people think that it's just, like, oh, you out here making a ton of money and you get to do what you want to do. Yes and yes, but also, there's a little bit of a no in there because, it comes, it's a lot of responsibility driving a 80,000 pound missile down the street, okay, down the highway. When I say hard, I definitely mean, trucking, man. Fortunately for me, someone like me, I have a high metabolism. I am in super great shape. I eat really good, as good as I can. I like to do a lot of my own cooking. So I kind of keep up on my body and all that good stuff. But this right here, man, the mind. By the way, I am in the truck, as you can tell. Just got some downtime, so I'm like, man, I might as well make a quick little video. But here, man, in your mental state, it's a lot of things you're gonna go through, and trust me, I'm new into trucking, but I'm speaking off experience. I'm not speaking off of what someone told me or what I saw someone else go through. You're gonna lose a lot of people. A lot of people, man. People that you thought that you like my day one, ride or die and all of that. Man, when you decide to do something that's so different from the norm, what everyone calls the norm, waking up, going to work, 9 to 5, whatever the hours are, I did it all, man. Like, I come from mainly a food service background, so I waited tables, I bartend, I was the cook, I was a dishwasher. What else? Warehouse worker. Man, I have a few family members that's into trucking. My cousin, one of my cousins, like he's heavy in trucking, man, and been talking with him the past few years about it and everything, and I was slowly making my way over to the commercial truck driving experience. It was something that I definitely knew I wanted to do. Trust me, I tried so many different things in my life, like that was all rocky roads, but trucking is definitely, it's right here for me, man. Like, just the dependability, the stability, and just what it gives me. But the part where it's hard, like I said, people start to act different, I mean, there's no other way to say it. Like, when they realize that you are doing something that 9 times out of 10 they don't have the want to do it, or they're too scared to do it because of the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? What I say to that is, man, like you can't even you can't even walk outside and walk up the street, let alone, like, let's just say LA. You can't even walk up the street to the store. You know, your chances of getting hit by these crazy drivers out here, man, like are like 90 something percent, depending on what area you in. Because everybody in California drive crazy. Everybody drive fast. Period. I put my years in here, so I can say, you know, what I want, as long as I'm talking what I know and I'm not disrespecting no particular person or group or anything like that. I don't do that. But I put my years in and sent from San Diego to the LA area, you know, and man, back to what I was saying, it's just like, you know, a lot of people, man, like you're gonna lose a lot of people when you start not just doing trucking, but doing something that has the potential to elevate you to a whole nother tax bracket. You know, people are gonna switch up on you. They are going to switch up on you. So that right there, for some people, that works on their mental state. You know, when it comes to your love life, man, what love life? I mean, it's great. Like if you coming into the trucking world and you have a girlfriend, she wanna ride with you, that's great. You come into trucking, you're already married, you know, you got a house over here, kids and all that good stuff. That's great. You know, you have that. And then with the pandemic going on, you know, there's really not too many ways to meet the opposite sex, or whatever your choice, to meet a mate, let's say it that way. It's really not all of those opportunities out there, because you're on the road. You know, you live on the road, and that works on your mental state. You know, you call back home and people, you know, your family, they're all together, and you know, oh, we're having Thanksgiving dinner. Like this Thanksgiving, like I was right here in the truck. I was like somewhere in Oregon, I think, and I ate Mexican. I mean, which is not hard for me. Like, I mean, I live in California, so you know, eating Mexican is like a part of me at this point. But yeah, man, like those type of things work on your mental state. You know, friends that, you know, that was once friends, you know, it seemed like y'all are drifting further and further apart from each other. You don't hear from them, you know, and just to play fair or whatever, you know, they don't hear from you as much, you know, and you're like super isolated. So it takes a certain type of discipline to be able to continue on with this type of entrepreneurship, I would say. You know, so YouTube is definitely one of my ways. Like, you know, I like to do a lot of research, you know, after doing so much crazy stuff, trying so many things in life and learning so many lessons. You know, being at an older age now, I like to do as much research as I can about something. So, you know, YouTube is something that I definitely enjoy. You know, you watching my videos, that's why I kind of have to like make sure that I am adding value to the viewers that, you know, are watching my videos. I want to make sure that I actually have something to say. So I kind of have to, you know, monitor myself and like slow down when I feel like I'm making too many videos, or I'll just do like little shorts just to show you a little bit of the journey. But you know, man, like fortunately for me, when it comes to the whole mental state, I'm so used to being alone. You know, like a lot of my grind, a lot of my hustle has been me being alone, because I've always been a think outside the box type of person. I always wanted to do, things that a lot of people would say that you can't, or that's too hard. This is going to happen. What if that happens? I've always been one of those type of people to define the odds on those type of things. So being alone, is something that I'm very used to, and I have more peace. Like, I love people, but I can't stand people. Like, man, and I mean that in the most godly, non-disrespectful way, because I get along with who I get along with. There's different type of personalities in every person, and there's certain type of, I can get along with anyone, but far as being around them on a day-to-day basis, like, there's only certain type of personalities, because I'm the type of person, I don't like the word can't. I don't like that, or it's too hard. I don't like those type of words. At least when it pertains to, you can't do that, or that's too hard to try that. I that's when I don't like those words. But all of us, we kind of have to find our own way to endure this type of lifestyle, man. And my way might be different from your way, and vice versa. So YouTube is definitely one of those great things. I get to watch other YouTubers and start creating my own, once I accepted this path in my life. And I was just watching a guy that I follow. I always watch his videos. Like, I like a lot of Prime Inc. YouTube truckers, because I actually, people don't know, like, I was actually going to go to Prime Inc. I actually got accepted, all that good stuff. But for me, I know what my temperament is. So I didn't want to, I give mad props to anybody who goes to Prime Inc. I believe Prime Inc. is a wonderful, like, starter company, all that good stuff. But to have to go through 4 to 6 months of training with another man, in most cases, that's how it ends up. I mean, it'd be all great if man and woman could be on the truck together. Y'all might form a bond, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a dude that's completely, like, from a different culture, which is cool. Different background, all that good stuff. But y'all going to have conflicting, it's great if you get it like my cousin got it. My cousin, he had a trainer that was freaking awesome. Like, they meshed. They was from the same culture, ethnicity, and all that good stuff, or whatever. So a lot of things, they were they were alike. They were similar in. My experience training, total opposite. Complete opposite, man. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I have a video coming later about my training experience at my company. They call it Mentor. So I'll do a whole video, because I'm waiting on some stuff in the mail, waiting on my GoPro and all that good stuff, so that I can actually, like, put these videos together. But boy, it's gonna be very interesting, when I give you all of the crazy stuff with my mentor, all the fights, everything. That'll be a juicy one, but that's going to come at a later date. But back to, it's trucking hard. Like, yes, trucking is challenging. Let's say that trucking is very challenging. Man, you know what? I think that's the best word to say that trucking is challenging. I was trying to come up with something else there, but yeah, trucking is very challenging. It can be hard, but just have to find ways to get through, the rough times, man. Because it's definitely not going to be all California sunshine, even in the wintertime, you know. By the way, today it was 105 in SoCal. Yep. It was 105 today. And of course, I get my downtime on the day where it's 105 degrees outside. Yeah. So, it happens. But, man, what I can say definitely made it easier for me is the fact that I came into trucking single. I came into this alone. So I didn't have all the homesick as nowhere near as much as what I saw some of my classmates that started with me over at CR England and everything. It was people having a rough time, and trust me, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't have a rough time. I had a definitely rough time because like I said, I'm from the East Coast, and we're 3 hours behind the rest of the world over on the East Coast. So you try to call people, you want to kind of vent or just simply like talk to familiar voices and all that stuff. Well, it's 3 hours ahead of time over there, so like it's going to be a lot of phone tag playing and things like that, man. So it weighs on you mentally, because it's like you feel like you're alone. But when you get in the trucking, you realize like how alone you are. So it is easier, I think, in some situations, some circumstances, it may be easier for someone coming into trucking and having a wife, having a girlfriend, and all of that stuff, because you have that extra motivation, I guess, like to get back to. But when it's just you just gotta be your own. You gotta be your own and just keep your eyes on the prize, on the bigger picture and what your goals are and everything. So, it's definitely been a process, but for me it's like, it's been so worth it. Like this is probably, I want to say that trucking is probably the most successful thing. Like, it's been a rocky road, but it has been the less resistance, for me. Like far as me picking it up, me jumping into it and just pedal to the metal, far as all the little hiccups, oh, that's definitely there, especially in the beginning. But, like I feel great about what I'm doing, and all of the YouTube knowledge, and just doing your research, that definitely helps when it comes to picking, what company, how you want to come into trucking. It's great if you can come in by having the money to go to a trucking school, and paying your way through the trucking school and then just getting your CDL that way. That's great. By all means, if you can do it that way, I would suggest go ahead and do it that way. The way that I chose to go through company sponsored training, because it knocked out a lot of the issues that you might have when you go to a trucking school. You're going to get your CDL, but you don't have the experience to be hired somewhere. So going through company training, if you pick the right company, you're going to automatically have a job once you complete your training, satisfactory, that is. So it's all about what you want to do and your plan. But let's let's reword the is trucking hard, and let's just say trucking can be hard, but one thing is guaranteed, that trucking is a challenge. So man, I think, that was a little bit of venting for me. Probably about to kick back, man, and jump back on this Hulu, watch one of my shows, and man, you grow through what you go through. It's your boy Trucker King David. I appreciate and love all of y'all for watching my videos. Got more on the way, some better edited videos. These are just straight raw videos right here because I'm at the beginning and I want you guys to see, the process. And I want to take you guys along the journey with me. So I think I talked enough. I feel like I've vented enough. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my veteran YouTuber truck drivers out there, man. And once again, you grow through what you go through. It's your boy Trucker King David. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.